Here we have set up a variation of our back squat. It's a box squat. So here I've got my box, where the box component comes from, set up behind me where I'm going to be squatting. Got my barbell as well. Now, on top of the box here, I've actually got a plate, and that's only because of my height. So when you set up your box, you want to be able to sit down on the box, and you want to have a 90-degree angle in your knee to the best of your ability. Like, depending on the equipment you have, if you can create a 90-degree angle in your knee, that's spot on. If you're a little bit higher, that's okay, but we'd probably rather be higher than lower for our box squat. So we're then going to simply set ourselves up like we're going to do a back squat. So I'm underneath the bar, creating a ledge on my back. So I bring my hands nice and close to my shoulders so that I have a ledge for the bar to sit on using my traps. And from there, my feet are shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out. I'm going to push my hips back first, so my hips go back, and I'm sitting back down onto the box, and then I'm driving up nice and powerfully from the box. So I'm pushing back, and then driving up. Hips back, chest up. So the box squat is fantastic for limiting your range of motion and practicing getting deep into your squat without putting too much stress on your lower joint. So I can sit back into the squat and work in a deep range of motion without having to worry about collapsing. So I can sit back and then drive up nice and powerfully through a large range of motion without having to stress about collapsing underneath the bar. It's also great for reducing fatigue in the body because we aren't getting too deep in our squat. It puts a limit on us so that we don't go beyond our desired range of motion. And for an in-season exercise, the box squat is fantastic. It's also fantastic for a beginner to learn how to back squat because it's a safety net for them. And again, it's not going to force them too deep where they lose their form and create a bad movement pattern. The last thing it's fantastic for is bringing someone back from injury and rehabbing a lower body injury. So what we can do is we can stack the box up as high as we like, and we can reduce and limit the amount of range of motion that they go through. So we can just do a quarter squat. If we would stack the plates up nice and high and just limit them to even this position and then back up so that they're not putting any stress on a deep range of motion through the knee or the hip or the ankle, but they can still get some volume and load through our lower body and keep ourselves nice and strong without making our injury worse or putting them in any pain.